And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the Red Terran player. We have the Red Terran himself representing the planet Heroes. Oh, it is Nicoract. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself. From the land of the Netherlands, it is a HiGhDrA. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our TvP. Ah, feels grapes, man. Oh, God. Not like this, Pappy. Not like this. Look, I appreciate it. You wear your heart on your sleeve, you know? You cheer for your boys, cheer for your players. Ah. Go big or go home. And the grapes are gone, you can build it back, you can build it back. I mean, again, currently predictions open. Coming into this, Nicoract is favored, but of course HiGhDrA, he's hot off the heels of his epic LAN win. Did travel to the UK, did win that LAN event. Yes, the HiGhDrA. As we are being as annoying as possible, we'll delay the CC. Again, economic opener at a Nicoract, going for a Rax expand. He's got 400 minerals, and there we go. Delta throw it down at 420. And also was forced to throw down or to send down a second worker as well. So a bit of an inefficient start here by Nicoract, but only a little bit. Otherwise, we are settling in. Again, welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger maps of the map pool. Very large map, longer rush distance by ground, more defendable on 3 and 4 bases. Because of that, I do favor the Protoss getting into a longer standard macro game, but we'll see if Nicoract takes us there. Nicoract is known for being very aggressive in this matchup and known for causing upsets as well. Like, we've seen Nicoract take down Max, take down Hero. Nicoract, he has it in him to take it to the best Protoss players in the world, but just on a more irregular basis, right? If Nicoract, if he is at his best, then he can take down anyone. We'll see what he goes for. We shall see. But again, mainly known for aggression. So it's going to be a 1-1-1 follow-up at a Nicoract. Nothing crazy. Always bet on toss, and it's 50-50. Not like this, maybe not like this. Oh. As HiGhDrA does open up with a proxy. Okay, let's go. Throws down a cheeky pylon towards the bottom left. Twilight Council open up. We're going for DTs. No shot. This is very risky in this matchup. Show us the Dark Shrine. Pylon is done. There it is. Dark Shrine. Okay. So when it comes to TvP, this can just end the game. This can just straight up end the game. We've seen Beyond, we've seen Cure just insta GG against this. If the DTs waddle up, and if there is no Raven harass and no Raven follow-up, and so far there is none, there's no tech lab here on the starport, so it's going to be a Widowmine drop opener. This can still lead into Raven, so bear that in mind. But if there's no Raven and if there's no scan energy, if just at the wrong moment Nicoract mules, then that can also be game. So this is a pretty big gamble here. Widowmine drop is moving out. Going for the tech lab. He's going for the Raven. Unless he goes Banshee. True. What's it gonna be? Raven. That's just unlucky. It is unlucky here for HiGhDrA, so it is gonna be a Raven opener or Raven follow-up after the Widowmine drop. Sometimes it's a Banshee instead, but this time it's a Raven. So there will be detection available even without the scan. Widowmine drop comes in. Soldiers are ready. Soldiers are ready. Mindshot's going. Oh no! Oh my god, a little bit late to pull away. Losing 3 probes already and a Stalker. Yeah, successful mine job out of Nicoract. Now, what I will say, the Raven's moving out. True, the Raven does move out. It's not at home to defend. The DTs are warping in. So damage will still be done. Do you have any scans? No scan in the main base, and there's soon going to be a scan at the natural. Almost there. DTs, they go for the army, they go for the Marines. Here's the scan. And the Raven turns around. Yeah, Raven does turn around. This so far was not really worth it here. But does deny a little mining time. Okay. Denies a lot of mining. Until the Raven arrives. Ooh. And that was 2 DTs. 2 DTs for 4 SCVs for a handful of Marines. Again, I would say that wasn't really worth it here for HiGhDrA. Bearing in mind that everything else was delayed, so now he's working towards charge, later forge, later upgrades. Heads towards the bay as well, and we'll see if HiGhDrA can stabilize. We shall see. As Nicoract does have a stronger stim timing. Stim is almost done. And with stim finishing, with the medics arriving, then he can start moving out across the map. Be active. So far, Nicoract, he finds a pylon. Did he find the Dark Shrine? He did find the Dark Shrine as well. Yeah, Nicoract, he's moving in. Anti-missile does connect. Yeah, connects the missile. Tanks are sieging up. Stim is done, of course. We have all the upgrades. And it's going to be a tough hold here for HiGhDrA. The Immortal going ham. Takes down the tank. Okay. Does take down the tank. While Army stims in, the Colossus does arrive just in time. And with the help of the Colossus, HiGhDrA, can he hold on? Ta-da! Can he hold on? Oh my god. Barely. HiGhDrA barely does defend. Thankfully, he was very quick when it came to focusing down the tank. Tank was the first thing to fall, and HiGhDrA holds. Whew. Okay, HiGhDrA does hold on behind this, saturating his 3rd base. Gets away with saturation. Oh, the full medevac! Oh my god, full medevac gets sniped. Nice pick up here by HiGhDrA. Okay. Snipes the medevac, pulls away. We have more stalkers warping in. And HiGhDrA stabilizing. He's up an expansion, he's up a mineral line. Nicoract, he did get a CC behind this, thankfully, so he's not all in. He's also expanding, but he was hoping for more damage. He was hoping he would break the 3rd. But he failed to do so. Again, the Colossus are out. And the game will slow down. Slowing things down. See HiGhDrA ready for a Zealot run by. You can see a Nicoract turtling up, throwing down his Widow Mines, setting up a sensor tower. Ooh, and HiGhDrA, he wants that 3rd. I mean, again, because of the failed attack, and Nicoract, he is vulnerable. He lost his tank. He lost his tanks. His Widow Mines are somewhat in position. He's getting into Viking production. And with the Zealots, HiGhDrA, he can break this. Okay, tracking him out of position. Baits out one of the mine shots. Yeah, Zealots, they dive in. Vikings are focused down. He's going for the dive. Can they get the Colossus? Very nice pickup. Okay. Yeah, saves the Colossus. Goes for a massive warp in. And HiGhDrA, he's breaking the 3rd base. Oh, the Colossus have to move in. Massive swipes here on the main army. And I believe HiGhDrA, he should barely have enough. Oh my god. Where's the warp in? HiGhDrA, where are the reinforcements? It's fine. The juggling is good enough. There we go. Here comes the warp in. Warping in Stalkers. He breaks through the main army. GG gets called, and HiGhDrA takes game number 1. Ooh, GG. HiGhDrA, he does take a lead in the series. And again, when it came to the game here, Nicoract, he was so committed to his push, but unfortunately, he didn't really break the third base the way he wanted to. He did kill the Immortal, but the Colossus did arrive just in time. He did not get the expansion, did not get the mineral line. He was so committed, and it wasn't worth it. Was not worth it in the end. GG, well played. With that, HiGhDrA takes game 1. And now we are loading into game number 2. Let's go. Let's go. HiGhDrA takes the lead, and HiGhDrA needs one more game to claim the series. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner here of Ruby Rock, we do have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran himself down in the series for the Platinum Heroes. We'll see if he can bounce back. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss himself from the land of the Netherlands. Again, he is our most recent epic land champion. It is HiGhDrA. Am I going to lose 100k? Well, as we mentioned, right now, HiGhDrA, he's peaking in skill. I would say right now he's looking better than he has in a very long time. As I just mentioned, hey, he just won a LAN tournament. Like, he flew over to the UK, Bab. He flew over to the UK. He traumatized the and did win epic LAN. Let's go. That was like a month ago at this point. At the same time, Nicoract, I would say it's still, you know, when it comes to like base level here, Nicoract is the favorite player. But HiGhDrA, he does fight back. Despite the lackluster DT opener, by the way. But that also led into it, right? Because the DTs were so lackluster, that's what prompted Nicoract's counterattack, but it just wasn't in time. And that goes into the map itself, right? We spoke about it, but Winter Madness has a longer rush distance by ground, so it took longer for Nicoract to push across the map. It gave HiGhDrA more time to finish the Colossus, and with that he held. He held on. GG, well played. Now welcome to Ruby Rock. Now Ruby Rock is very different to Winter Madness. This is a smaller map, a shorter rush distance by ground, more exposed third, more exposed fourth base. Aggression is favored on this map, and this is where I do favor the Terran player. If we're loading into a more defensive, more macro map, that's where I favor the Protoss. Typically, Protoss are going to be more favored getting into the mid game, but Nicoract here, he thrives in the early game aggression, and this is where he's going to be at his best. Here we go. For now, we're building up. Once again, economic opener at a Nicoract, going ranks expand. We do not expect to see DTs 2 games in a row, and I'm sure Nicoract doesn't expect that either. So that shouldn't be something we have to be too concerned by. No. They can by in the chat. Hello, HiGhDrA. What's going on? It's being active with that probe. Oh, okay, just scouting. Okay, he's scouting for proxy starports. Just making sure everything's on the up and up. Just making sure. Twilight Council is on the way. HiGhDrA does hug the top side of the map as well, and just scouting. Just scouting. If the goal was to go for a Dark Shrine, then we would already see the pylon by now. So this shouldn't be a Dark Shrine. And the hallucination does get eyes on the 111. It doesn't confirm the Widowmine production. But can make that assumption. As Reaver Hellion busts into the natural, gets into the mineral line. Does nice some mining, but nothing major. So Hellion is zoned away. And HiGhDra's getting into 3-gate blink. It's a very safe play. 3-gate blink over at a HiGhDrA. Nicoract likewise building up his own 3-1-1. Once again, going for the tech lab, the same build. Basically, the same build here as game 1. Wouldn't mind drop into Raven, or maybe Banshee. So the 1 eBay on the way. Getting into +1. Yep, there's that Raven follow-up, so same build. So Mind Drop comes in. Ooh, HiGhDrA supply blocked. No reaction. Oh no! Ooh, delayed reaction. Massive connections. Yeah, getting 4, getting 6 probes, and one of the Widowmines even gets away. Ay. Did I say one Widowmine? Both Widowmines even. Oh, can he waddle out? He can. No. Goes in, kills 6 probes, and just walks away. Just walks away, pappy. Someone stop that Widowmine. Oh my god. Gets on top of the high ground. Can he kill the sentry? Not quite. But again, does escape. Mind Drop goes back in. And gets 1 more probe. And that's 7 probes in total. And once again, just like last game, as we're going for the Raven Harass, we do have the very strong stim timing. So stim, combat shields +1, all these upgrades will soon finish, and Nicoract can send it across the map. Meanwhile, a big shout to Steadfast in the chat. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. I'm assuming that was a ladder session after the Monday Night Weekly, question mark, potentially. But hope you had a good time. For those who are tuning in, welcome one and all to the OSC Rising Star tournament. This is a tournament for more up-and-coming amateur players, more up-and-coming players. Players that did not place too highly in their respective regionals, so players that didn't place too highly when it comes to the EU EPT or GSL or the NA EPT. So the top players in this event are players like Percival, Young Yakov, Jumi, for example, Nicoract, HiGhDrA, Art. Facing off against each other, looking to be the next Rising Star. Let's go. Shameless, true. Shameless is the other one. And many others. Moja, Baby Marine, etc. So exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back yourselves. So this is a multi-day, if not multi-month long tournament. I believe Steadfast did cover day 1. I think day 1 or day 2. We've been covering the other days since then. It's been a lot of OSC. It's been but here we go. Nicoract dropping in towards the main base at the same time peeling off towards the third base as well. And we'll see if HiGhDrA can keep up. The Colossus, they do rotate towards the third, but the main base is exposed. The main base is vulnerable. Gets into the mineral line. It's 1, 2 Stalkers. Nothing too major here. We're going for the sentries. And we'll get all 3. Ooh. Picks up, snipes all 3 sentries at the same time, gets into the mineral line, 11 probes go down, and HiGhDrA is being pulled apart. And he'll even lose the expansion. Oh no, the recall's too late, the base goes down. Just completely pulled apart here. Nicoract overstimmed, has to get the hell out of there, pulls away. And HiGhDrA stuck on 2 expansions. Stuck on 2 bases, man. And he's all in. At this point, he's all in. I mean, he has a lot of Colossus, true. He's got 3 Colossi. The Prism is on the way, indicative here that he wants to counterattack. He wants to just send it across the map. HiGhDrA supply block, that's not helping. 3 pylons on the way. Now is not the time to be supply blocked. And this one Widowmine has gotten so much value here. Another shot goes off. That's what, the 4th connection? Crazy. And now Nicoract is getting ready to receive. He's got his Widowmines in position. Sensor tower is done. The wing condition for Nicoract, survive. Survive the all-in. Remember, there is no third. Has not been rebuilt. It's too late for that. HiGhDrA goes back in once again. It's all or nothing. The Viking count is quite low, only 2. Soon to be 4 Vikings. So we're slowly building up the Viking counts. Colossus dive in, we get some decent force fields, but there's just so much bio on the ground. Ace Sims in, he wants a Colossus. Up, he gets 1. Gets 1, gets 2, there's 1 Colossus left. Yeah, the prison was too far back. Had the potential to save the Colossus, but was too far behind. And HiGhDrA down to 1 Colossus. 1 Colossus remaining. He's trying to hold his own. Trying to, but there are just so many Vikings. They shut down the prison. There's no micro. There's no potential. GG gets called, and Nicoract, he will tie things up 1-1. We are going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, going for the same build, but this time so much more successful. The Windmine dropper was crazy, just getting so many shots off, getting, what, 8 probes towards the beginning of the game. Likewise, we saw that HiGhDrA had built up a critical mass of Colossus, but he was not in position. He was raised to defend the main base, but the third was exposed, and he lost the entirety of the third base. Not even just the mineral line, but the Nexus as well. It was torn apart. GG, well played. With that, we're going to the ace match. We're going all the way to game 3. Let's go. So we're loading into Title Citadel. Okay. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Title Citadel, we have the red Terran player. The red Terran himself representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss from the land of the Netherlands, our most recent Epic Lane champion. It is HiGhDrA. We go. So we are tied up 1-1, and welcome one and all to Title Citadel. Title Citadel is an interesting map in the map pool. It is very large, but the bases are very spread out. So the natural, the third, the fourth base, we have a lot of area to traverse between them. On top of that, we also have this entrance here, this ramp that can be opened up as well, so the aggressing player can rotate between the natural, between the third and the fourth expansion. This is similar to Tokamak, except this ramp and these rocks are more exposed. They're much more exposed. On Tokamak, it is so difficult to open up those rocks as the aggressor, just because you have to go up a ramp to even face off against them. And likewise, the ramp is closer to the bases and closer to the main army. Here it's further away. It's more accessible. So what I'm getting at is, despite the map being a little bit larger here, it is more vulnerable. There are more opportunities to be aggressive. It's not as easy to turtle up. Not as easy. As once again, 3 games in a row, Nicoract does open up with a single gas, so ranks expand. Economic start out of Nicoract. And we'll see if he just goes to the same build. It's been the same build 2 games in a row already. Going for his 1-1-1 Widowmine drop into Raven into Stim timing. With a very low tank count. And we'll see if he does it again. On the flip side, HiGhDRA's been mixing it up. Game 1, of course, we had the Proxy Dark Shrine. Game 2, we had something more standard, going 3-gate blink, but again, had really rough defense against Widowmines, which did distract. How many times can a mine shoot? As often as they want, but it's often. It's just a little bit rare to see the Widowmine survive as long as it did to get those extra volleys off. It's more rare. But it also shows just how unprepared HiGhDRA was. Now going for the Twilight Council. So we have our tech of choice. Nicoract once again going for his 1-1-1. We're expecting Widowmines after the Hellion. Oh, okay. Nicoract, he does mix things up here. For the past 2 games, has been going straight into Widowmine production, into the Widowmine drop, but this time going for the Tech Lab, going for earlier tank production, or just add-on swap into Banshees. Okay. There's the add-on swap. So we have a Banshee base opener instead out of Nicoract. For the first time this series. Going into Cloak. HiGhDrA is in the dark. HiGhDrA did not open up Sentry, so no hallucinations, is relying on the Observer instead, and did go 3-gate blink into the Robo on 2 bases into a delayed third. So very safe play here from HiGhDrA. Is playing safe, and the Observer should confirm. So Banshee moves out, Observer moves in. As the Observer doesn't go into the main, doesn't scout yet, doesn't check. Otherwise, he would see the research on the Tech Lab. Yeah, the scout is delayed, and he barely does confirm the Tech Lab is researching. He knows. He's where the Cloak Banshee, at least now. Banshee moves in, back at home, nothing to defend, no safety, shield battery, no stalkers. HiGhDrA's out of position. And Banshee's a 2-shot. They 2-shot probes. So far, 4, 5, 6 probes going down. HiGhDrA, he commits, he's all in. HiGhDrA never expanded. Oh my god. My apologies. 4-gate. 4-gate blink. I assumed he was taking a 3rd base with a probe in position, but no, he did not expand. He's going for the kill. He's going for the throw to deny stim. Again, it's all or nothing for HiGhDrA. Timing on the tanks. Gets 1. Gets 1. Gets 2. Barely the 2nd tank. Yeah, 2 tanks go down, Banshee as well. Nice pickoffs, and HiGhDrA, he might actually have too much here. The boys are being pulled, and Nicoract, he's getting desperate. He's getting desperate here. That's a little stalkers falling. Does micro towards the end, does save them. Okay, hot pick up micro. Saves some of the stalkers, overwhelms the Marines, camps the production. Another tank has arrived, going for the warp in. And the warp in, oh, can he finish? He can. Barely does. Warp in completes. The Banshee's still going ham, getting 23 probes. And HiGhDrA is running out of steam. He's running out of stalkers. 4 stalkers remaining. Again, he had a little bit of lackluster control. He was bleeding out a lot of stalkers. He did lose the War Prism, so no more reinforcements. An extra Warping of Zealots might have been enough. Now he recalls against the Banshee. And Nicoract, he's done it. Nicoract, he's on 2 bases, he's on 31 SCVs, he saved most of his workers, he barely held on, he barely survived, even without stim. And again, HiGhDrA had potential. He almost did it, papi. Casito, casito. And GG, yeah, GG gets called. HiGhDrA has nothing left, and Nicoract, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. A very, very intense game where HiGhDrA, he went for the 2-base all-in, he went for the 4-gate. At the same time, he was crippled back at home, so his warp-ins were limited. Honestly, there's a world where if he had shield batteries, if he had even 2 stalkers back at home, and detection, to be fair, but even just shield batteries, then what does that mean? That means extra warp-ins, right? That means that his economy, it lasts a little bit longer. It means he has warp-ins to work with, extra economy, extra warp-ins. That means that he's able to maybe even overwhelm Nicoract then and there. That was a very clutch and a very tight hold for Nicoract. He barely held on. If he hadn't sniped the Warp Prism, if the warp-ins were a little bit more prevalent, then maybe that's game. Maybe that's game then and there. Very close, very clutch. GG. GG, well played. And with that, Nicoract does claim the series, and now we're getting into our third series of the broadcast. We have a PvP between MinnowVK and Prone.